Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so as you guys can see, I'm in a completely different background. I know it's been a while. It's been like 4 weeks, a month since I've recorded anything, and let me tell y'all now, it's been hectic. I don't know why. I don't know. I just finally feel ready to film and to actually be in front of the camera again. Cause I have been down, and now I'm like, almost like finally getting energy to even do the stuff that I love. And yeah, a girl has been down and out, no cap. I am blessed. That is first and foremost. I am blessed. And I have really been down. I've been going through some transitions. Not only physical transitions, but mental transitions, you know, discovering who I am and how I navigate through difficult situations and things like that. And I don't know. I stopped going to church for a while. That was a big no-no, especially during a time of great transition. But the moment that I started going back to church, everything started to get a little bit better. This video is basically just going to be a life update, a chit chat, get ready with me. It's just going to be me telling you guys where I've been, what I've been going through, and how I've, you know, been managing, how I've been living. Okay. So first and foremost, let me tell you guys the first two things. So, yeah. This is actually going to be a multiple part video because it's going to have different, you know, aspects of it. It's going to have this is going to be the down and out part of it. The revelation part of it is going to be next. But, so I have been down and out, no cap. I ain't going to say down and out like I'm just, but I've been having a hard time, no cap. But God, let me just say that, but God. So basically, I moved by myself for the first time in my life. So I am living in my own apartment with like no roommates, no nothing, just me. And that is a blessing. One, that I can afford to do that. Actually, I'm not going to say I can afford to do anything. One, that God can afford to do that. My Father can afford to do that. And he's giving me the grace and mercy and the favor to be able to stay in my own apartment at 20 years old. So that is a blessing in itself. And I thank God every day for that. All the credit to God, because without him, I would not be here. So that's first and foremost. A whole new experience. So with my own apartment, of course, there are bills to pay. And this is the first time that I've paid bills in my life other than my phone bill. And when my phone bill was by itself, that was hard enough. But yeah, bills are a real thing. Transitioning was a big thing because I came from, you know, a place where it was so filled with love and people. Never was I ever alone. Like, there were kids every single day. My nieces and nephews, they were always there. And I love that. And I miss that, actually. That's what I feel like I miss the most. That constant, you know, love. Zari, what you doing? Can I lay with you? Zari, can I come and watch TV with you? Do you want to play with us? And you want to go outside with us? Can you take us outside? I miss it so much because it's so, being alone in your own apartment, like, silence. And girl, I don't even know how I can deal with that. But, and honestly, for a long time, well, I've been here for like a month now, and I wasn't dealing with it good, well at all. Like, at all. I was having so much trouble, like, being alone and being by myself and stuff like that. And then all of the internal problems that I, you know, was able to ignore when there were people around, they started to really come up. Because as if you've been if you've been watching my channel for a while, some of you guys may know that my life hasn't been the easiest life. And That's not my sob story. That's my story of empowerment, because I always think if I got through that, I can get through anything in life. And God has always proven that that's to be the case. He brought me out of that. He'll bring me out of anything. But that is my story at the end of the day. And with stories with anyone's story, even if you lost a job after working there for so many years and they treat you like crap, or even if, you know, you break a limb, or you can't do your favorite sport, anybody's story, whatever your story is, it comes with some type of mental, you know, mental strain. And I was starting to really, but being alone, and facing all those problems, you know, head on, and, you know, realizing that I had shoved them deep down. And not saying that was my story, but I'm just saying with my own personal issues, being alone and facing those issues, you know, head on, and seeing them stare me in the face, I realized that there was a lot of issues that I had pushed deep down, and I was able to ignore when there was so much love and light around me. But then when all of that stopped, I had to realize, dang, that has actually been my life. And now it's time for me to, you know, God was telling me, because I feel like now I'm facing them. Now I have no choice, because I can't carry them with me. Carry those same issues and those, you know, with me and things like that. So God was telling me, I can't advance you to the next level until you face these problems. And he was also telling me, because I was starting to think, like, how can I, if I'm feeling this way, I can't do YouTube, and I can't work, and I can't go to school, and I can't, you know, make extra money, because I'm trying to do all of these different things in my life. How can I do those things if I'm feeling like crap, and I'm facing all this hurt and all this, you know, this and that out of nowhere? Was honestly not out of nowhere. It's just been there the whole time. But, you know, like I said, it was easy to ignore it then. And God was telling me, I'm going to sustain you in order for you to deal with this. But you think it's going to take you forever to deal with this, but it's not. Once you finally sit down and let them face it, I'm going to take care of all that. So that's what God has been telling me. He's been telling me, you can deal with your pain, and I'm going to let everything prosper. And just, you know, make sure you get this under control so I can advance you into the next level. And the moment that I really sat down and did that and really faced it, God has been opening doors. And I'm not saying I'm not talking about opportunities. I'm talking about inside of me. He's opened doors to the passions and things that I really want to do in life. Like, I have actually, since I've been here, I sat down in front of the camera, I think 3 times to try to film. And none of the times could I actually get anything out, because I wasn't spiritually ready. And I feel like God is still doing work. God is still, you know, doing work. He's tearing down the walls and building up new bridges inside of me spiritually. But I feel 10 times better than I felt a month ago, or even last week, even at the beginning of last week. And going to church really has helped me. And I've been going to this new church in Oxford, Mississippi, called University of Life, and it is an amazing church. Like, the pastors, they're co-pastors, husband and wife, and they are so anointed. Like, every time I go there, my spirit is just filled. And it's not just a temporary feeling of a feel-good message, because the message Sunday was not a feel-good message. It was like you keep clinging on to the hurt that you have in your past. And it's a message that sustains you throughout the rest of the week. Like, usually by Monday, I'm back doing my same thing, back feeling the same way. But I'm literally living the word that they spoke, and that's how I know that, one, God is shifting me to a new place, and he brought me here for a purpose. Because at first I was starting to think, like, why you bring me here? Like, why you keep telling me Ole Miss, or Oxford, when I'm just going to get here and be hurt and be broken and be discouraged. But by going to that church, it made me realize that God never makes mistakes. And if he put that in my heart to come here, he didn't say it was going to be peaches and cream, but I know for a fact that this is where I need to be. And I was so ready to leave last week. Honestly, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to finish out this semester. I'm going to finish out this year, and I'm leaving. Like, I'm going to the University of Memphis. I'm going back home. I'm getting close to my family again. I'm staying where I feel the most love. And God is telling me, no. And even though, and the reason that I know that it's a part of God's plan is because everything that got me here work together. It wasn't even like it was a struggle to get here. God made it easy to get here because this is exactly where he wanted me to be. And I've seen so many people testify that when they went somewhere that God did not call them to be, everything broke. Their car broke down, they got evicted, or this or that, they were poor, they were out on the streets and things of that nature. But I know this is where God calls me to be because I'm okay. I should be struggling, you know, financially, I feel like, but God is giving me everything that I need. And I feel like there is nothing that I need or want that I can't have. And that's how I know that this is where I need to be. And also by going to that church is a huge sign that shows me that this is where I need to be. And I mean, even so I guess all of that to say is, my time here in Oxford has not been peaches and cream. As a matter of fact, it's been me and Lola Bar. I feel like if you guys read the Bible, you guys know exactly where Lola Bar is. And it's like the lowest of the low. It's like you can't, and they actually preached a message on Lola Bar last Sunday. And Lola Bar is like the lowest of the low, the saddest of the sad. Like, I even told my sister, I was like, oh, this is the saddest I've ever been. And no wonder, because it's like all of the pain, it's all just been, you know, coming at me and making me realize, hey, I have some issues that are on the inside of me that I really need to fix. And one of them is all of the hurt and all of the pain. It's like I forgive and I forgive, but there's still a slight piece of healing that needs to go on, because, you know, it's like I've been rushing the process. I've been rushing the healing process, because as soon as something goes on, I have to make it my business to get over it. As soon as something goes on, I have to make it my business to, you know, let it go or heal from it or forgive from it. But honestly, things have happened back to back to back to back to back. I don't think there's ever been a year that I've been alive that, you know, something it was just normal problems. It was just I messed up in school, that's the only problem, or I did this and that was the only problem. No, it's been some, every year I feel like that I've been alive, it's been some big thing, at least that I can remember. But I've done a lot of talking, and it's time for me to, you know, get on with this face. So we're just gonna do a nice look. And since my outfit is kind of dimmed down, it's really dimmed down, it's all black, I'm gonna do a jumping eye look, okay? Cause this eye look finna be on point, okay? So first I'm doing my brows. And this isn't really a tutorial, it's just a chit chat, get ready with me. And I spend so much time chit chatting, so let me do some makeup. Let me show you guys that I'm back. Also, how did you guys like the last videos that I put on my channel? Because they were all literally makeup. So I said I had to come back with something, you know, talking, but I still want to do my makeup today. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and give them the real tea while I'm on, while I do my makeup, so I can have the best of both worlds. So they can have the talking Azaria, the real life Azaria, the one spitting real life knowledge Azaria, and also have the glammed up Azaria as well. So, and it's about time that I started filming anyway, because honestly, it's been too long. It's been too long, and I'm really trying to take growing my channel, you know, to the next level. And so I'm actually trying to do a lot in 2020, 2021. So, but honestly, it's all up to God. Whew, it's all up to God. That's another revelation that I've been having in 2020, is it's all up to God. Like, this has been a year of unexpected events, like literally unexpected pandemics, unexpected deaths, unexpected transitions. Even in my life personally, unexpected transitions, like unexpected. Literally, that is the name of 2020. And I'm beginning to realize, and 2020 is making me realize that nothing is in our control. the pandemic was really not into our control. And even though we want to blame the president, God has the ultimate power. He has more power than the president, which is why I really don't even be indulging all of that bull crap, because whatever God wants to allow to go on is going to go. It's going to go on. So I can't even, at this point, I can't even blame the president for any of the events, because it was all a part of God's plan anyway. We can say what he should have done, but this pandemic is here for a reason. And it's all a part of God's plan. So he should have shut the borders down or whatever, but if God wanted those borders to be shut down, he's all powerful. He can clearly shut some borders down if he wanted to. But the fact of the matter is, he wanted to allow what happened, to teach us some lesson, to teach us, one, we're going too fast. Honestly, I don't even know everything that God wanted to teach us, but I think one is that we were going too fast. Like, we are always racing and running and trying to get somewhere, but God is like, y'all need to slow down. Y'all need to slow down for real. This ain't a joke. This ain't a game. Y'all are going too fast. Y'all are doing too much. So, yeah, God has a plan and a purpose. So at the end of the day, we have no control over anything. I actually, we had this debate in philosophy when I was in junior college. And the teacher asked, do we believe in determinism or free will? And I would say, well, there's a little bit of both, because God has his own plan. And, you know, he still allows us to make our own choices at the end of the day. But I'm starting to feel like our choices are a part of what God plans for us. Because let me tell you guys this. So the car that I originally got was not it. It ended up being a lemon, but to God be the glory. I got another one. Well, to God be the glory that I went through the experience, because now I have knowledge. To God be the glory. And also to God be the glory because I ended up getting another car. So I feel like me purchasing that first car was a part of God's plan. I wasn't consciously working, you know, to be a part of God's plan. But see, that's what we never know what our actions will really lead to. We never really know what our decisions will do. But I feel like sometimes we make unconscious decisions that are really, you know, God's plan all along. And I feel like that's what my entire 2020 has been. Me making decisions that is God's plan all along. Actually, if I'm really being honest, that's my entire life. Making decisions that are a part of God's plan all along. And I'm up here thinking I'm doing it out of my free will. But God is like, no, sweetie, I knew you would be here. I knew you would do that. I planned for you to be here. I planned for this to happen. No, it's not your fault. It's my plan. That's why anytime that I get blessed, no matter how hard I work to pay for something, I always say, this is God. Thank God. Because honestly, I know that if God didn't want me to have it, I wouldn't have it regardless. Okay, so also the new car. So honestly, I was kind of going down the wrong path. Since I got here, I was spiraling because I was trying to do anything to make my pain and my confusion, you know, go away. And so I would be riding every day, you know, going places, you know, out with friends and doing stuff that the normal Azaria wouldn't do. And I ended up getting into a car wreck. And it was the craziest car wreck because I made it was raining and it was dark, and I decided to do DoorDash on a rainy and dark night. But that's why I say my decisions are a part of God's plan, because even if we don't know that we're doing something that God wants us to be doing, subconsciously we're all working, you know, according to God's will. Anyway, so I got into a car accident by myself, not with another person, and I'm completely fine. And my car looks as though it only has bumper damage, but I turned too fast and stuff like that. And then I ended up getting into a car wreck, and my car ran into a wall. But I feel like even that was a part of God's plan to slow me down. And ever since that car wreck happened, honestly, afterwards, I was a little relieved. No cap. One, because I was not hurt, thank Jesus. And I'm still alive. But also because I knew I needed to slow down. And I knew I wasn't going down the right path. And God set me straight. When my sister came here, you know, we talked. And she helped me so much. And God helped me by slowing me down. And even though I don't have a car at the moment, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't have a car. My car is getting fixed. Even though I don't have my car at the moment, I feel like this is the time God is allotting me to slow down and to calm down, because I be doing too much sometimes, honestly. So I feel like he is allotting me this time to actually get a grip on life. Because everything happened so fast. I got 2 cars in the span of like, what, 2 months? And then I got my own apartment. I moved out and I started college. All within the same... My eyebrows are looking crazy. And that's what I get for talking. All like in the span of, you know, the same time. Like a couple of months, it all happened. And it happened so fast, and God, I feel like God allowed that to happen to slow me down. And if I would have never went out that night, and that's why I feel like me going out that night was a part of God's plan. Everything, I feel like, all works together for the good of God. I mean, for God, according to God's will and stuff like that. So I feel like we have more power than we actually do. I feel like we think humans have more power than they actually do. But at the end of the day, it's God. But yeah, that's like my little life update. Honestly, mentally, I feel better than I have in a really long time. And I feel like I did almost a full 180, well, a full 170 about, because I feel like last week I was so ready to leave and I was so ready to quit on the dreams that God had for me. But now I'm at the point where I feel like all I want to do is just, you know, live according to the will of God and according to the purpose of God. So I don't feel as bad as I did literally last week. The fact that I'm in front of the camera again is proof of that. Because last week I didn't even want to think about a camera. Think about filming. That all that I could see YouTube was another responsibility that I had to figure out how I was going to, you know, make it work and fit into my busy schedule. And my schedule is still busy, but I feel like God is equipping me to handle it. And that's why I can't rush myself, because I feel like if God wanted me to be anywhere else or do anything else, he's going to equip me to do it, and he's going to let me know, and I'm going to be doing it, because I feel like that's the thing. And I feel like I felt a little rushed, you know, by certain people in my life, but now I'm just taking the time and energy that I have, you know, to actually do what God's calling me to do. And honestly, I've been getting advice from human beings when really the only person that the only, you know, person that I really need to be talking to and listening to at this time is God, because he knows exactly how I need to navigate this time in my life. And now I feel like I've been talking too much, so I'm going to do a little bit of makeup.
Okay, guys, so for this portion of the video, I'm going to be doing a voiceover, and I'm just going to be doing my makeup basically. And the video is going a bit faster because, you know, the point of the video wasn't really my makeup, you know, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow. I'm cutting my crease. I'm going to go ahead and do a rainbow type of look today. I definitely wanted to spice it up because I have been doing really dull makeup looks. since I've been, having a difficult time, during this transition. But this look really came together and I'm so happy. And if you guys would like an in-depth tutorial on this look, I can definitely arrange that for you. But that's not really what this video, is about. It's mostly about my journey, transitioning and things like that and everything that I've been going through. But right here, I'm just putting on my foundation. You guys know that whenever I cut the crease, I like to let the concealer dry. So I go ahead and do my face makeup. So I'm doing that here. I'm using this Black Radiance foundation. And I'm doing my concealer now. I'm actually using this, I believe this is the LA Pro concealer, because I'm out of my e.l.f. concealer, but definitely know I'm going to re-up on that pretty soon. So I'm just highlighting, my cheeks, my chin, my nose, my Cupid's bow and my forehead like I always do. It's nothing really different here. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend all of that in. I'm so excited for you guys to see this look because when I finished, I felt like a whole new person. Like this look really determined, well, it wasn't a determination, but it was an embodiment of how I was feeling basically. Like just ready to get back at it. And it reminded me of the Azaria that would go out in a, wild look no matter what the occasion was. There was a point in time where I would do my makeup, an extravagant look every single day. Because that's, how I like to live my life, just, showing out, basically. So this is what this look really reminded me of. I'm just using this contour, and I'm contouring my cheeks, my chin, and my nose and my forehead, and things like that. It's been difficult, trying to find a product that could definitely blend out the cream contour, but I think I've found the perfect product. So right now I'm just doing my nose and I'm blending that out with my fingers. But when it comes to blending out my concealer, my face contour, I'm going to go ahead and use this flat brush. And this flat brush really did the job. And I think this is the tool that I'm going to be using to blend out my cream contour from now on. Now I'm just putting powder on my face. I'm going to do a heavier powder later on in the video, but for right now I'm just doing a basic powder. And I'm also putting on this pressed highlighter from Juvia's Place. I love it so much. And I love a good Rudolph nose highlight. Oh, my favorite. And girl, this highlighter is not disappointing me. Now I'm going on to the eyes and I'm finishing up this look. I started off with this blue. Man, I love this color so much. I actually deepened up the blue in this look to make it a little bit darker. I didn't really show it in the video, but as you guys can see in this clip, the blue is a little bit deeper. Now I'm going in with this purple, and man, when at the end of this look, it was so amazing. I've done rainbow looks before, but I feel like this was really the best rainbow look that I've done, and it really, just showed how far I've come in such a short amount of time. I feel like makeup wise, because I started doing makeup in the 10th grade, and that was what, 5 years ago, I think. And it was nothing compared to this. And even last year, I feel like my makeup skills weren't this deep, but I feel like every year I evolve, makeup wise. And of course, I had to put the yellow in the crease because I'm sorry, not in the crease, in the corner, because man, a good yellow makes every look pop, I feel like. And it definitely did not disappoint me during this look. So I did have to layer the yellow a little bit to make it a little bit pigmented, but at the end of the day, I got the results that I needed, and that's all that matters. So right now I'm doing a liquid liner. OMG, this was my staple product in the 10th grade, but ever since then, I kind of, backed away from it. But man, the liquid liner really made this look pop, in my opinion. And now I'm just, of course, putting on my mascara before I put on my falsies. And here's me putting the powder on, my face and everything right here. So, of course, I'm going to put on these big, bold lashes because what is a look without a nice, bold lash? Like, the lash has to match the energy of the eye, obviously. Okay, so this is something that I was so proud of. Like, I literally drew a tiny heart, you know, by my eye. And I know a lot of people use stencils and things of that nature, but girl, I drew that heart like, period. And now I'm just outlining my lips and things like that. And this has been my go-to lip look because I haven't really been that into lipstick, but these lips, yes, are amazing. These are like, you know what, I want a little bit of nude, I want a little natural on the lips, but you know, still make it bold, still make it Bratz, okay? And this look is bomb. Like, I love it so much. Like, look at the heart, look at it. OMG, I feel like the heart just really made it, you know, pop, honestly. So this is how I am looking. I love it.
Okay, this is the final look. This is the first time that I've ever, you know, really done something like this. Well, I'm not gonna say like the eyes. I've done something like the eyes before, but I don't know. It looks different. It feels different. The vibe is different. So this is the final look. I hope that I helped you guys, you know, with my talking in the beginning. So basically what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and put a voiceover for the rest of the makeup. But, you know, I just had to get that talking part out of the way. So I guess this is kind of like a chit chat video, but you know, I can't concentrate during my makeup. So end up doing the voiceover kind of thing. But I hope you guys love this look as much as I do. Because I really love this look. Okay. So it has been so fun hanging with you guys again after so long. I am seriously so excited to see exactly where God is leading me in this next chapter, and I am so excited that I could come on here and share this time with you guys. I hope you have wonderful days. I hope that your entire week is good, and stay prayed up and stay beautiful. Bye.